In this video lecture, we are going to learn the composition of function after completion of 1 and 1 2, right? So we learn in 11th standard composition, right? Suppose our f is a function from a to b. F is a function from a to b, and g is a function from c to d. G is a function from c to d, providing range of f is a subset of domain of G. Range of f is a subset of domain of G, right? So suppose this is a function f. This is set A, this is set B, right? And this is a function defined as f a to b. As you know, if we take any point from domain, because domain of a function is a, right, then we get with respect to function fx, that is the image of a function, that point, right? So we get fx. So this is called a range, right? You know what is domain? The value of our x for which function is defined is called a domain. And range, take a value from domain, substitute in function, and the answer is your range, either image of our x with respect to function f. So this is your range of f. Now it is given that range of f, this is a subset of domain of G. That means this is your set C. If we take this is set C, that is domain of G. So range of f is a subset of domain of G, right? And C is a function from G is a function from C to D. So this is a function G and this is D. Then if we take fx with respect to G, then image or range of this function G is G of f of x. G of f of x. That is, if range of f is a subset of domain of G, then we get a new function defined, say it's a h, from a to d, right? H, a to d is a composition of function G and f, right? And is denoted as G over f of x is equal to G of fx. G of fx. So is called a composition function, right, of G over f of x. So this is h. H is the thing, but h is a G over f, right? G over f. So composition of f and G, right? So you have to remember G over f is defined if range of f is a subset of domain of G. So this is the important point for you to remember. Note, for G over f, you require for G over f, range of this function is a subset of domain of this function. Then this G over f is defined. So range of f is a subset of domain of G. And suppose you want a composition of G and f and G, then range of this function, remember, range of this function is a subset of domain of this function. So range of this function, that is range of G, is a subset of domain of f. Then and then this f over G is defined, otherwise f over G is not defined. And how to get a G over f a to d? So if it is given G over f, then what you have to do? G over f. So it is a composition of f and G. Composition of f and G. So take first f, right? Because it's a G over f. So take first f. F is defined from a to b, and G is defined from C to D. C to D. The new function will be defined, that is G over f should be defined a to d, right? So this is the important topic for you to remember for composition of a function. So first question is example number 15, page 12. Right? Given that f is a function from 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3, 4, 5, 9, and G is a function from 3, 4, 5, 9 to 7, 11, 15. and we have to find out G over F, right? So we have to find out G over F. What we require? Range of this function is a subset of domain of this function. That is range of F, right, is a subset of domain of G. Now what is range of F? Range of F is 3, 4, 5, 9. So this is 3, 4, 5, 9. And domain of G is 3, 4, 5, 9. So this is clearly both are equal. That means here we get range of F is a subset of domain of G. Range of F is a subset of domain of G. Therefore, G over F. Now G over F from F is a function from here to here. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. Suppose if we say this is A and this is B, then this is B and this is C. So F is a function from A to B, and G is a function from B to C. So new function will be defined on A to C. That is A to C. C is 7, 11, 15. So 7, 11, 15. Right? So G over F is this. Is defined. This is defined. Got it? So now you have to find out the value of G over F. That means take a value from domain, substituting formula, you will get your answer. That is the value either range of this function also. So G over F, I am taking first 2, then G over F 3 from domain, then G over F 4 and G over F 5. These values we have to take. Now what is the definition? G over F of x. G over F of x is G of F of x. So this we can be write as G of F of 2. Now this is G. What is given? F of 2. F of 2 is given 3. So write 3 here. G3. And G3 is given, G4 is both same. That is 7. So answer will be 7. Got it? G over F of 3 means this is G of F of 3. Now G of F of 3. F of 3 is 4. So this is G4 and G4. G4 is 7. So answer is 7. Now G over F of 4. So this is G of F of 4 is equal to G of. Now what is F of 4? F of 4 is 5. So this is 5. And G of 5. G of 5 is 1. So answer is 1. Right? And G over F of 5. So this is G of F of 5 is equal to G. Now what is given? F of 5. F of 5 is same 5. And G5 is 1. Because we write here G5 1. So here is also G5 1. Right? So what is your answer? Therefore, G over F. G over F. Right? If we take a value 2, then we get the image 7, or F of 2 is 7. So we get 2, 7, then 3, 7, 4, 1, and 5, 1. Right? So this is the answer. Suppose we want to find out F over G, then what happens? For F over G, range of G is a subset of domain of F. Now range of G is 7, 11, 15. So 7, 11, 15, and domain of F is 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is clear that range of G is not a subset of domain of F. So here the range of G is not a subset of domain of F. Therefore F over G is not defined. Right? F over G is not defined. Okay? Got it? So this is the important, that for G over F you need range of this function is a subset of domain of this function, that you have to remember any one here function. Range of first this function is a subset of domain of this function. That is a required thing for composition of a function. Okay. Next question is example number 16, page 12. Find g over f and f over g if f is function from R to R. Fx is equal to cos x and gr to R, gx is equal to 3x square. And we have to show that g over f is not equal to f over g, right? So here observe one thing. So f domain and range, g's domain and range are both all are same, right? So no need to write range and domain. You can write directly that for g over f, range of f is a subset of domain of g, right? So first we find out g over f. Now here range of f is a subset of domain of g. You have to write out, but no need to find. So range of f is a subset of domain of g. So therefore g over f, and no need to check because all are so this R to R is defined, right? So g over f R to R is defined. So now target to find out g over f. So therefore g over f of x is equal to g of fx is equal to g of fx. Now this is g. What is fx? Fx is cos x. So answer is cos x. And g bracket instead of x we have to write cos x. So answer is 3 cos square x, right? 3 cos square x, right? Instead of x we have to substitute cos x. So answer is 3 cos square x, right? Now f over g. So f over g, all domain and codomain are same for f and g. So no need to check domain of f or domain of g, range of f or range of g. You can write directly. For this what we require, range of g is a subset of domain of g, right? So here range of g is a subset of domain of f. Therefore f over g R to R defined. R to R defined. So therefore f over g of x is equal to f of g of x is equal to f. Now function g is defined as 3x square. So this is 3x square, right? Now f bracket instead of x. If you are not able to write directly, then you can write like this also. Put some constant, that is suppose theta, where theta is equal to 3x square. Now instead of x we have theta. So what is our answer? Instead of x we have to put theta, that is cos theta, right? So this is cos theta is equal to cos, and what is theta? Is 3x square, right? If you are able to write directly like this, then you can write this directly. No need to write these two steps. F bracket instead of x, right? हम क्या बोलते हैं? Bracket. So answer will be cos bracket. So cos bracket और bracket में क्या है? 3x square. So write down 3x square. So this is your answer. Now check. Is 3 cos square x and cos 3x square equal? No, right? So from 1 and 2. This is 1 and this is 2. So you can write from 1 and 2. G over f is not equal to f over g. G over f is not equal to f over g, right? So next question is example number 17, page 13, right? Given that r minus 7 by 5 to r minus 3 by 5, right? And fx is 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7, and g r minus 3 by 5 to r minus 7 by 5, gx is given 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3, right? Then we have to prove that f over g is equal to ia and g over f is equal to ib, right? F over g and g over f, right? So first of all we can find out f over g, right? Okay, now one thing, ia is the identity function we learn in 11th standard, right? So a function corresponding to same domain and range is ia. A to A is called identity function, and answer of this is IAX is equal to X, right? So that the function is said to be a identity function, right? You learn in 11th standard relation function, same chapter, right? Title same, but not material in that are same, right? So this is called an identity function. You can take any value. Answer is that, right? But for identity function, if you want to write, if you get answer x, if you write its identity function IA or IB, it's depend on from which function is defined. So range and domain must be same. Then you can write IA. Suppose this is from R to R, then you can write IR, right? So now here for f over g. Now what we require? Range of this function, that is range of g, and domain of f. So what is given here? Range of g. Range of g is r minus 7 by 5. So this is r minus 7 by 5. And domain of f is same r minus 7 by 5. So r minus 7 by 5. So clearly range of g is a subset of domain of f, right? So range of g is a subset of domain of f. Therefore f over g. Now for defining f over g, you have to take g first. G first means this. So answer is from r minus 3 by 5 to, then this means r minus 3 by 5. R minus 3 by 5 is defined. This is defined. So now we can find out the value of f over g. So f over g of x is equal to f of gx. F. Now what is gx? Gx is 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3. So 7x plus 4 upon 5x minus 3. Right? I know you are not able to write directly, so I am putting theta. Right? Assuming like this. So this is f of theta, where theta is equal to 7x plus 4 whole upon 5x minus 3. Now f theta, instead of x you have to write theta, means 3 theta plus 4. So answer will be 3 theta plus 4 whole upon 5 theta minus 7. So 5 theta minus 7, right? Now to replace theta by substituting this value, we get 3 times 7x plus 4 whole upon 5x minus 3 plus 4 whole upon 5 times 7x plus 4 whole upon 5x minus 3 minus 7, right? So 5x minus 3 is the LCM. So if we simplify this, what we get? 7 3 is 21x plus 12, right? Multiplying by 5x minus 3 here, we get plus 20x minus 12 whole upon, sorry, I can't give a space, so I'm writing with small letters, right? So this is 35x, so this is 35x plus 20 minus 35x and plus 21. So in numerator 12 cancels, so we get 21 plus 20, that is 41x, right? And in denominator 35 cancel is 41. So finally we get x. So is this identity function? You have to check from where to where the function is defined. Mapping of the function is important. So it's defined from r minus 3 by 5 to r minus 3 by 5. That is, this is an identity function of I r minus 3 by 5. And I think it is said to be in your textbook r minus 3 by 2 is a. So this is an identity function from a to a to a. So that's why this is identity function. If this domain and codomain or range are different, then you can't say this is a identity function. However, we will get x. No problem at all. आपके पास x आया, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि that is the function is identity function. आपके पास डोमेन और कोडोमेन भी सेम होना चाहिए, तो ही आप बोल सकते हैं कि वो आइडेंटिटी फंक्शन है. Got it? Now we have to prove another thing, that is g over f. So for g over f, What we require? Range of f, right? So range of f is a subset of domain of G, that is required. Now range of f is R minus 3 by 5 and domain of G is R minus 3 by 5. So this is R minus 3 by 5, right? So range of f is a subset of domain of G, therefore G over f. G over f. So we have to take f first. So that is 7 by R minus 7 by 5. So R minus 7 by 5. 2. Last is R minus 7 by 5. So 2 R minus 7 by 5. Right? Is defined. Is defined. So now you can find out the value of G over f. So G over f of x is equal to G of fx. What is fx? Fx is 3x plus 4. I am writing directly. So 3x plus 4 whole upon 5x minus 7. Now assume theta. So this is g theta, where theta is equal to 3x plus 4 upon 5x minus 7. Now applying formula of g. Instead of x we have theta. So g theta will be 7 theta plus 4 whole upon 5 theta minus 3, right? If you substitute the value of theta and simplifying as like this, you will be definitely get answer x. So is this identity function? Yes. If domain and codomain are same, it's same. So this is identity function from I is R minus 7 by 5. And this is in your textbook, it is given IB, right? So we can prove that G over F is IA and F over G is IB, right? So this is a nice question. All concept of composite function and identity function are included in this question, right? And also range and codomain are also different. So we can now you know very well, right? आप कर सकते हैं ना, हाँ? Okay. Another question is example number 18, page 13. So that if f a2b and g b2c are 1, then g over f a2c is also 1, right? So you have to remember this thing as a note for MCQ, right? This is a nice MCQ question. So if composite function is defined and both f and g are 1 and 2, then f and g are 1 and 2, then composition is also 1 and 2. But it is not necessary that f and g, right? It is not necessary that g or f is defined is 1, right? Then f and g both are 1 function. But if f and g are both 1, then composition is also 1. But composition is 1 function, then it is not necessary that g and f both are 1 or both are 2. So then I can write it here that f a2b and g b2c are 1 and 2 function, right? F and g are 1 and 2, then composition is also 1 and 2. But composition is 1 and 2, then it is not necessary that both functions are 1 and 2. That you have to remember, right? So before that, I'm showing आपको ये बता रहा हूँ कि कैसे 1 प्रूव हो सकता है, राइट? जरूरी नहीं है आपको प्रूव करना, आपको याद ही रखना है एमसीक्यू की स्टेटमेंट के लिए, क्योंकि 3 मार्क्स में ये क्वेश्चन आने वाला नहीं है, ये एमसीक्यू में ही आएगा. इस चैप्टर से 3 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन और एमसीक्यू है इसलिए, राइट? सो इट इज गिवन f is a 1 and then we have to prove this g over f. So this is our function, right? So for all x1 x2 belongs to domain of g over f is a, right? We assume that image is same, that is f of g or f of x1 is equal to g over f of x2, right? Now I'm applying definition of composite function. So this is g of f of x1 is equal to g of f of x2, right? Now g is a 1 function. So removing this 1 function, we can remove. We did this type of questions and this concept in differential equation, we remove log from both sides as log is a 1 function. So I'm removing this function, that is f of x1 is equal to f of x2 because g is 1 function. Now again this, but also f is a 1 function, we can remove that. So x1 is equal to x2 because f is 1 function. So what we get? x1 is equal to x2. From starting with, we get f this. Therefore, g over f is 1 function. G over f is 1 function, and the remaining is this, as we discussed, right? If function is 1 and onto, then composition is 1 and onto. But composition is 1, then it is not necessary both function is 1. Composition is onto, then it is not necessary that both function is onto, right? Now, suppose another definition, that is inverse of a function, right? And this is not included in your syllabus, right? This is excluded portion, but I think it is my duty to learn, teach you, right? Concept, right? आपको concept पता होना चाहिए inverse क्या है. वो तो वैसे तो I discussed when we learn chapter number 2, inverse trigonometric function, how inverse is defined, right? So you know, for inverse defined, it should be a 1 and onto function, right? So otherwise inverse is not defined. So definition is same, but this is some different way. The function f x to y is defined to be invertible, right? Invertible means inverse of f and g both are exist, right? If there exists a function g y x, this is the same as we did in matrices. Matrix A is said to be an invertible matrix if there exists a matrix B such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I, identity matrix. So same thing is here, right? If for a function f and g, you have to find out composition of that two functions, that is g over f. Now g over f is from x to x, right? So it's defined on x to x. So identity function we get, instead of I we get identity function, that is ix, and g over f over g iy. Then a function is said to be a inverse of f and is denoted by f inverse, right? And if function is a inverse, right, then same what we get know in matrices, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse, then same thing is here, f over g inverse is equal to g inverse over f inverse. That you have to remember, right? तो आपको वो लिख लेना है, वो आपको शायद दिया गया है थ्योरम नंबर, वेयर इज दैट, ओके, थ्योरम नंबर 2 पेज 17 पे है. If f of x, f is a function from x to y and g is a function from y to z, right, is invertible function, then g over f is also invertible, and g over f of inverse is equal to g over f of inverse is equal to f inverse over g inverse. But this topic is not included in your syllabus, so अब मैं अब ज़्यादा डिस्कस करता नहीं हूँ, राइट? तो कंपोजिशन का जो बाकी क्वेश्चंस है वो हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो लेक्चर में कंप्लीट कर लेंगे, तो ये हमारा टॉपिक पूरा हो जाएगा, है ना?